Hello, welcome to another Tweedy Outdoors video. I'm just here on Hampstead Heath to do a spot of stealth cooking. I don't know why it needs to be stealthy, I don't think anyone cares about a guy in a tweed suit with a camp stove, but I'm gonna go and find a quiet spot to make my lunch. I've just bumped into a subscriber, which is quite exciting. Awat. Look who I've bumped into. This is Awat from the channel. Awat also has his own channel. I recommend you go check that out if you're interested in camp cooking and things like stove modifications. He's done a series on Canteen Cup Tuesday and modified the BCB stove to work with alcohol. Some quite interesting videos there. I covet his kettle. It's really very nice looking kettle. So it's Bank Holiday Monday. Didn't really plan very much, but did recently go to Eataly, the big sort of Italian mega market, mega superstore, department store thing. It's a whole experience. Everything's kind of crazily overpriced, but you know, if you're a fan of Italian food, it makes for quite a fun outing. I've sat in this spot before. This was the location of the tapas video, tapas under a tarp. So this is what I picked up from Eataly, not to be confused with Italy. It is Trofie, which is that Ligurian or Genovese style pasta, and it's kind of already coated in a pesto like seasoning, a sort of powdered dry pesto. And the idea is, if you're cooking the whole pack, you boil 700 millilitres of water, dump the whole lot of this in, and then cook it for a bit longer than you'd normally cook pasta, and it gradually absorbs the water, and you get this sort of, the theory is, this sort of rich, creamy pesto, Trofie pasta in pesto. I don't think I can quite get 700 millilitres of water in my billy can, and it says this is 3 servings, so I'm going to use about half of this. And so I'm aiming for 350 millilitres here. The instructions actually call for a bit of olive oil to go in there. I brought along a small jar. I suppose this is a bit, there we go. Yeah, billy is already coming close to a boil. In fact, yeah, that's pretty much a rolling boil there. I'm going to open this up. It's a bit difficult to figure out exactly how much is half without weighing scales, but I'll just do it by eye. Hopefully it'll be about right. Slight downside of this, just using half of it, is a lot of the powder is down at the bottom, but perhaps I can try and fish that out with a spork. Start bubbling away. A traditional accompaniment to pesto alla Genovese, if you have this in Geneva, is green beans. Roughly chop those in half as best I can. Didn't bring a chopping board, just using the lid from the billy can. They can get thrown in there with the Trofie, etc. I reckon that's at about 14 minutes now, and this is the sort of state it's in. It's still pretty al dente, and it's just about on the brink of being edible, but I'm loath to let this cook too much longer, because I know from experience anything starchy on the bottom of the billy can tends to burn and it runs out of liquid. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off now and let it sit for a bit. A couple of final touches. Might as well add the rest of that jar of olive oil, a bit of extra sort of richness. Yeah. And also at home, grated up some parmesan, put that in a little tub, so that can go in too. All the mix around. Going to taste some of this Trofie alla Genovese. Really rich and creamy. The pesto. The pasta is now nicely cooked. Still a bit al dente, still a bit of texture to it, but not too hard. Yeah, it's really good actually. Wouldn't really know that the pesto started life as a dried powder. Selling shot. So yeah, and of course you could do this a much more simple way. You could just boil pasta, rake it away in some water, and then bring along a jar of pesto. But, this does you know, create quite a nice effect. It's sort of very nicely integrated with the sauce and really rich and flavoursome. It's a bit different. I wanted to try it out. Price-wise, I think this is probably comparable to one of those always quite overpriced pouch meals. It was somewhere in the region of £5. I think it said it did 2 servings, so certainly not a bargain. But then neither of those camping meals are, you know, those pouch meals, which, you know, typically just a single serving, and they're usually £6, £7, £8. Ideally, this would be paired with a nice crisp, flinty, minerally white wine, actually, from either Liguria or perhaps neighbouring Piedmont. Often had gavi with pesto pasta dishes. It seems to work really well. Okay, there we go, that is finished. Only a tiny bit burnt on the bottom. Actually, some of the black there was from previous usages, so that was really not too bad. I think it was probably a good idea to stop it cooking at the point I did and then just let it rest for a bit so it didn't get too blackened on the bottom. Right, I'm gonna head off. Just say what I really feel like now is a gelato and a nap. Unless anything else happens on the way back, then thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.